understand the properties of a substance, and then we study those interactions, and we learn about the properties, and then we can, just like the the guy that's coming to talk to us about the water plant. He is, he has to discover what's in the water, and it's kind of a shame when you think about it. There's a lot of things in the water that never get tested until there's a problem. That's why we always have to be testing. Okay, so we're going to balance chemical equations. I'm going to help you guys do that. We're going to go to this PhET simulation, and it's kind of more graphical. If we were doing this in person, I would give you some things to work with your hands. I think tactile is a really good thing when you think about it, especially at the start. All right, so I'm going to move on from this. I'm going to just instruct you guys myself here. So if you will go, okay, so what we're going to do is, all right, so I'm going to show you first. All right, I'm going to go to the PhET simulation here. Let's do that. Okay, so in the top part of here, oh, okay, here we go. This is what I want to do. So if you guys will go here, all right. If you need that simulation, I will get that for you. It should be in there. I'll do that real quick here. You'll need to have a couple screens open. So this is PhET balancing equations. All right, so I'm going to get that for you. All right, so here we go. If you already got it, it's right there. I'll clear this chat for a second. Here is the app if you need it. Okay, so let me show you how to work this. First off, it's a reaction of we're going to make ammonia, sodium and I'm sorry, nitrogen and hydrogen. This is covalently bonded. So we do have to put a 1 in here to start us off. So if you'll do that. Now notice there's a balance of nitrogen. So this right here is the reactant side. Okay, these represent the the molecule of nitrogen that we just put in on the reaction side. This side is the product side. So this is telling us there is 1 nitrogen there. So it has 2 balances for the different elements we have. You can also see that I have 2 nitrogens there, and I've added two hydrogens there. 1 molecule, two atoms of that. 1 molecule, 2 atoms. And notice there are too many on the reaction side. So if I look at this, I've got 1 nitrogen and 3 hydrogens. Okay? So what I want to do is I want to get it so it's balanced, right? So, all right, so we have 2 nitrogens here. So what I have to do, you go along with me, is I have to add. So now I want to balance this out. So I have done that. I've got 2 molecules of ammonia, but notice now that I've got 6 hydrogen atoms. Okay, I only have 2 here, so now I have to come back over here until, let's see, I'm going to add, now I've added 4. I got 2 and 2 is 4. Still not right. And look at that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be writing down this information here. When you get the yellow arrow, happy face, you have balanced this equation. 1, and we don't really need to put the 1, but we're going to do that anyway. The coefficient 1. Notice we did not change the subscripts. We can't do that anyway. But notice that I've got 2 nitrogens here, 2 nitrogens here. I've got 6 hydrogens here and 6 hydrogens here. They're kind of looking underneath each other. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so let's go to the next one here. Okay, so we've already done this one. All right, so what you want to do is put 1 nitrogen, 3 of those, and 2 of those. Okay, and notice this is, we're going to be talking about this later, this is called a synthesis reaction. 2 reactants form a single product. So 2 of these, nitrogen and hydrogen, gives us one thing, okay? Hey, Madison. Atomic guideline copy and paste and terms scientist isn't working. I'm sorry. I completed it already. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so let's do this next one. Right, so let me double check. Everybody got it written in there. 132, 132. Okay. I'll let you guys see that again. 132. So we've got 1 nitrogen. That gives us, if I look at this on the reactant side, I have 2 nitrogens, and hydrogen I have 6 hydrogens, and on this side I have 2 nitrogens and 6 hydrogens. All right, because 2 times 3 is 6. Right? Okay. Everybody got that in there? Thanks, Caitlin. Thanks, Madison. Thanks, Luriana. Kobe, you need some. Oh, that's right. Did you get kicked out of this one? How about you, Summer? And Madison, Halfhill, Jordan, Barrow, good to see you. 132. Just hit the submit button there for me. Manuela, just hit the submit button. Rocky's got it. There you go. Come on, Jasmine. Just hit the submit button. Okay. Looks like that. Got some lagging computers back there. All right, so let's do the next one. Hey, Kobe. Remember, it's 136. 132. 132. If you can put that in there. 132. There you go. Just hit the submit button. Kobe, anybody else? All right. Thanks, Vivian. Thanks, Pauline. Carrie, you want to see that again? It's 132. Okay, Carrie's getting there. If you don't have a mouse, it's hard, it's for sure. Okay, let's go to the next one here. All right, so this is what I want you guys to do. Okay, using your balancing of the equation here. All right, so if you look in the instructions, you should have your FET. Mine is closed here, so let's see, go here. I'm going to put that up here for a minute. So you have to have a kind of 2 screens open here. All right, so you're clicking on that, making sure that you have this. All right, and it says we're going to separate water. So we're going to click on this. All right, go with the 1, and the 1. Okay, so notice that we're off balance here. You know, the hydrogens are balanced. The oxygens aren't, right? So the oxygens aren't. So we have one. So we have to go to this side and make some corrections. So we're going to add another molecule of water. Okay, so now we've got the oxygens correct. Those, the red ones or the orange ones, is whatever color you see those. I've got the oxygens correct, but the hydrogens are not correct. Now, if I make a correction here, that doesn't do anything for me. It makes the hydrogens go too much. So I've got to make sure. So I'm going to keep this at 2 because I'm okay with the oxygens on this side. So I need to get another hydrogen, and I'm going to have to do it on this side. So this is separating water, or decomposition of water. So there we go. So remember, you're going to write this right here. Going to put the 2, 2, and 1. Okay, I can't write on this one. 2, 2, and 1 on your screen. Okay. So I'm going to put the 2, 2, and 1. Okay, so this is a decomposition reaction. We'll be talking about that. All right, so what you want to do is you want to go to the methane. This is a replacement reaction. So the water, H2O, carbon gets kicked out and goes with the oxygen. So this gets kicked out. We'll be talking about that next week. All right, so go ahead and do that. All right, I'll give you a chance to 221. Got the 221. Good job. Thanks, Kobe. Go ahead and hit. You don't have to hit submit yet. Let's go to the next one. Go to the next one. All right, so combustion of methane. All right, so remember, start off with 1. You can play around with these as much as you want until you get the right amount. Usually what we do, like I said, wherever, so here, I notice that I am needing more carbon. Carbon is low on this side, so I can, I'm sorry, oxygen is low on this side, so I can add oxygen on this side, right? And it looks like there's too much hydrogen here, so I might have to fool around with this in order to do that. So again, it's try it again. Okay, so I'm adding, if I'm adding oxygen on this side, this one has 2, 3 oxygens. I've added 4 oxygens. So I'm going to try and, let's see, the carbon, I have 1. I have 1 carbon on this side. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and play around with this. Holy cow. Now we've got it. We've got it all balanced out. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So again, it's trial and error. Taking a look at this will help you figure out with the molecules where it goes. So you can play around with this. So again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then you can submit. All right, I'm going to put that in there. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. And it's nice because it does show you a visual of this. So again, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, you're really fast. All right. Anyone know what antidiaphobia is? I don't know what that is. A weird phobia. What is it? Okay. All right. I'm going to have you guys see how you guys do. go ahead and do that. Okay. Thanks, Jacob, for getting in there. Appreciate it. Thanks, Kobe. All right. Okay, so next step. Looks like we have some people that Carrie almost. Oh, let me show you what we got here. Carrie, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. Thanks, Pauline. Okay. So what you're going to do, step 2. All right. So I'm going to close this. Student. Okay. Step 2, you want to go get your, you want to go back to, you want to go to the game section here. All right. I'm going to let you guys practice. The game section, level 1. Okay. So you can, you're going to write down this formula, whatever yours says. Yours might be different. So again, we're going to write down this formula. Start with 1, 1, and 1. You can always, but again, you can check, but again, I wouldn't check here because I've got 2 carbons and 4 and let's see, I got 2, the small balls are hydrogen. So I got 4 hydrogen here. And I've got 2 carbon and 2, 4, 6 hydrogens, as you can see. So make some corrections. So if I check this, it's not going to work. Try again, right? So you have to change that. So my suggestion to you is that there is more hydrogen over here. So go where there's less and add some more hydrogen and then check it. And then once you've checked it and got the happy face, you write down what you got. Okay? All right, I'll let you guys go ahead and do that. All right, so, and again, let me show you one thing that we have for your exit quiz. If I will do that, I'm going to show you that while we're doing that together. All right, so if I go here, okay, your exit quiz. All right, exit quiz, balancing equations is here. It's game level 2, right? And this is 20 points. So this is a lot of points. Game level 2, you are balancing these equations for game level 2. You're writing down the equations there in the game level 2. So you're doing the same thing in the Nearpod, but you're doing game level 2. This is game level 1. All right. Good job, guys. I see that Caitlin's already got something. So make sure that you're writing the equation, Vivian. So what you're doing is, so in the balancing here, you're writing 1 C2 H2, all right, and then 2 H2 gives you 1 C2 H6. So you're writing that down. There you go. I did the first one for you. So you're going to write this one down. 1 C2 H2 plus 2 H2 gives you 1 C2 H6. So you're going to write all this down. Oops, won't write on this one. Won't write. So I'm going to write down. I'm going to type this one in here, I think. One C2 H2. Oops, I got to make those capital letters. That's the problem. C2 H2 plus Oh, look at my equation here. I forgot what it is already. 2H2, 2H2. I'll give myself another. Gives me, let's go back here, 1C2H6. 1C2H6. That's how I do that first one. Okay. All right. Hey, good job, Vivian. Just make sure you put those chemical formulas in there, just like I did. Then once you get done with that, it'll move you on to the next one. How to get there? I can't get in. Here is the link. And it's in the chat as well. Okay, so having that one open here. So then you go to the next one. Next. All right, remember, start with one, start with one, start with one. Take a look. I've got the blue is N and the orange is O. So I've got one N and two O's. I've got one N and three O's. So because there's more here, I'm going to try and fix this side and see what happens. Now I've got 4 oxygens and 2 N's. So I can go ahead and I'm going to change this to see if I get the N's. So now I've got 2 blues, 2 N's, two N's here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And I should be able to get that. I can check that. I got it. So now I'm going to write this stuff down, 2NO2. Okay, I'm going to go back to this one, 2NO2. 2NO2. I have to go back and look. Oh, now we have the arrow. 2NO and 1O2. So I got to go on this side. Hey, Kobe. Hey, Caleb, sorry. You have a question? I forgot when I saw that hand pop up. 2NO and 1O2. 2NO plus 1O2. All right, so that's my second equation. You need to take a look at that.